Alright guys, so I wasn't going to make the video basically on launch 20 minutes after, but you know what I mean. I was going to make it until a little bit later because I just didn't. I was going to be gone, but hey, I'm here. So let's make it now. By the way, yeah, the new taxation stuff, and well, it's just that, and the ability to travel back to camps. Which I guess is okay. But this is kind of the. That's the thing, guys. Would people play? Would I, if I didn't play the game for a week, would I come back to play the game because taxes exist? No, you would like to play the game again because you want to play the game again. You want to play the combat stuff. No one's gonna play the game again because of the combat, because of the taxes. And this is cool, so that's fine. That's cool stuff. It's a good one there. This is also a pretty big one. You can no longer leave and rejoin to skip jail time. That's a pretty big one right there. Rest cooldown has been changed from 3 minutes. Oh wait, well hold on. It was because before it was 4 minutes since entering jail. I thought it was like that before because every time you would play general, it felt like you always you spawn out again and then you're jailed again. So I didn't understand how that works. Like I just got out of jail, I'm back in jail already. So you change it so it's 3 minutes exactly when you're released from jail, not when jail starts. So that's a little bit better, I guess. It's a little bit less jail time, which is a good thing. More gameplay, the better. That's what I say. That's kind of really it, I think. New uniforms, okay. Yeah, I think it's really in the new particles, which is a cool touch. No, that's kind of really. It's mainly just the private server commands and a lantern. Okay. It's mainly the dust cooldown, and this by itself is bigger than this up here, probably. Well, maybe it's bigger than what the actual thing was about, which is taxation. Okay, so I want to play it a little bit here. So there is 800 people playing right now. Okay. Monday, too. I think Monday is probably a bad day to release the game, but I do want to say, at this time, it was marketed as a minor update, so at least this time, I'm a little more respectable about it. Okay, I know last time I didn't make the video on the Revolution update because I was so disappointed with it. But to me, well, never mind. He did some other things, so I'm not gonna complain about that. Never mind. Hold almost back for that. I guess you can consider that going the extra mile. I think I said in the last video, like you could change the wages stuff. You could do that. That'll fit with this update a lot more than fast travel back to hunter camps. So, but let's play it a little bit. Let's see what's the main part of the update. It's the taxation stuff. Okay. So you can see my tax rate is 10%, 15%, 20, and 10. So we'll join core blocks because they're gonna get wood. But my tax is at least in this, and I am, by the way, where is it at? Taxes. Here it is. It's 10% across the board for some reason. But if you know what I mean, I'm gonna this one, whatever this is, I don't know how to say that. Basically, I'm a noble. Technically, I guess. Right. All taxes reset to 10%. That's how it works. Okay. So it's probably just the base taxes. That's probably why. Alright, what else is in there besides the hunter stuff? I guess I could do the hunter stuff, right? What's the other stuff? Actually, yeah, we'll do that too. So I'll be on core blocks, the new tax thing, and I'll be hunter here. Actually, no. Well, before I do that, I'm gonna collect wood with peasant. But I mean, I think it's a little better than the actual the Revolution update. A bit better. I mean, way better. At least it was marketed as this huge thing, huge change, guys. This one was almost a lot done to Earth. Which is a good thing, right? It shouldn't be like the Revolution update was a magnificent change. And people have been saying he did not say that. If you just scroll up here, by the way, I mean, again, people didn't tell me I'm lying about that. But if you just scroll up right here, Revolution overall major update. Now, obviously, that's the hardcore servers, which he never did. Okay, but he never told anyone, because if you're a person like me that does not check general chat, and there's 23,000 members, everyone in this server can see this channel. One of these two should say, "Hey guys, we're changing this," not just have it in general chat and in community showcase. Because people don't go to community showcase. That's just, I don't know. You don't update the community. You don't even say it. Messages forgot you put that out. But he's adding that later though. But he's still Revolution update major. What he said. Take that back. So that's what I just want to say. All right, now I'm sorry for the performance stats at the top too. By the way, I usually put that there because usually it makes the game run better for me. If you know what I mean. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna make everything. We'll try us out this new hunter ability. We're gonna put this around here. I'll put it around there, I guess. It doesn't really matter. We don't hold I don't hold water mills. I guess it could be helpful to put one there. But again, you know, hold on, let me check what's saying. Now, they did do the update last week, or this week, about this stuff, the rocket update for C. When you look at it, there's 2 new weapons to the game, basically. I love that. And this is the additions, and that's the changes tab, and this is the bug fixes. Okay. Let's look at trash game for a second here. Actually, they didn't do anything in a long time. Okay. They didn't do anything in a long time. Okay. That does make it better there. But they should be focusing, by the way, on trash game and... No, not trash. They should not be focusing on trash game. It's circuit breakers. There's games combined for 100 players, like concurrently. Maybe less usually than 100 players. That's just not sustainable. Empire Clash always has at least 400 usually, but it's been going below 300 recently, like last week. But usually it goes above 400 all the time. It never goes below that. I think C never goes below 100 either. So, and usually they're at like 200. So 200 plus 400, 600. 600 from just those 2 games right there, compared to your Seafront, compared to Trash Game. You know, that's pretty good. So yeah, we do have a turn station. Oh, this is what we need. 25 plus that is 45. I got more than that, right? Yeah. Alright, so if I build the campfire, let's build the campfire. And by the way, they don't have it rotate. I don't know why they don't have it like that. Rotate with E and Q, I would say. Or R. You could do R or E and Q or the middle mouse button to rotate or something. I don't know. Legit anything, but if you put a camp here, I'm guessing, right? You build that. And then you build a return station, which is pretty big. Build that there. Right, and then you put up that. and you put return to capital. You don't have fast travel. Okay, but it would work. So I'm guessing, okay. So I'll cut this up. Okay, guys, I'm back at the capital here. Something about that update. I think the last phase is up there's just the taxation. And that is the main selling point, is just taxation, by the way. Taxation stuff is the selling point. Okay. So that's what it is. That is the selling point. Is the whatever it's called, the tax. Okay. So that is the selling point of the update, but that's not what people are gonna play this game anymore. I'm just gonna go for the new changes that actually do stuff to the game, not the taxation. Okay, let's see. I can't. That's why I can't. I'm wasting a lot of money here. I hate the point was to travel. We can travel back. Wait. You want to travel back to your capital for 195 coins. Return fares cost. Return fares? What? You mean return fees? Return fares? What? What does return fares mean? Cost 50% more. Cost 200 to go here and it costs 195. Okay. But it works. Right, that works. Good. Great. Dandy. And by the way, if you don't know how the music on it is because of the combat music. I hate the combat music. That's probably a video itself, by the way. I hate the combat music so much. You don't understand. But overall, I think this is 10 times better than the Evolution. 10 times better than the Revolution update. I had to be honest. I was just like, legit, just the change up here was just Revolution. And you don't have that. That's only like 5% of your game, if at all. Like, it's barely a percent of your game. Most of the time, like right now, the only team in the server that experienced it was Redcliffe. But at the same time, I don't know why Redcliffe's been experiencing it, so that's the thing. Right, and this is the biggest thing in the Revolution update was legit this. Okay, the third thing down, the one that shouldn't be the majors, but it's probably bigger than this stuff. Right, because everything here was just this does nothing to the gameplay or nothing at all, basically. Just changes the UI and adds private server stuff. And this is the Evolution update, obviously, which is great. Deers, whatever. But this is almost a lot better. I mean, that I would probably say is probably my most disappointing update. I would think it was more disappointing than New Haven, I would say. Because New Haven got a new map out of it. Right? And that major update was really disappointing. But this minor update, I think is actually pretty decent. A YouTube video I put on it yesterday, or today actually. Maybe yesterday for you guys. I put out was, I mean, it did just, I mean, it legit just said this. I mean, this is nothing. If this was the entire update, I would not be happy. Okay, but this is cool. I mean, it doesn't matter that much at all. Pirate server. This is a pretty big thing, right? That's a big thing. Anything to do with jail. I hate jail, by the way, but because anytime I play general, you always get put in jail, and you go out again, jail. It's always just jail. When you're playing general. It's a very unfun class to play. But it's supposed to be the best class in the game. I mean, look at this. You finally made it to the top. The general, you're able to equip regiments to your fellow faction turn. Additionally, you from the officer sword. Lead troops to glory, commander, right? But again, it's not better. It's probably Warden is probably better than General, I would say, because at least you get the people, at least you get money out of it, which you should be paying people, by the way. But I don't know. Just not point right now. And new clan uniforms. I don't even know who HE is. I can't think of that. I can't think of who HE is. I remember that name, but I don't remember who that is. So no, I remember who HE, but I don't remember what the full name is. Right, and that I guess is great. I guess never even existed. And that's kind of really it. I mean, I would say overall this is better than the Revolution update. I think I'm a lot more positive in this one. That was my Revolution video. I was actually very bored when I was making that video. This one is a lot better though. So at least thank you, Shimo, for making me have a little bit of entertainment when playing this. At least. Because that China Revolutions is really boring. Let's spin that for a second, by the way. I did already, but this can't be your entire update. I can't, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Alright. Everybody has enjoyed. Yeah. I think that's it. Obviously, all the fixes he did in both updates are great, but I don't consider them part of the update because you could put a bug fix out for that. You could technically have put bug fixes out for the changes too, but at least I'm going to wrap them in anyway. Okay. Because without the changes here, I probably would be upset about this update. Maybe. Won't be as happy. Alright, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And I see you guys in the new video. Goodbye.